today I have for you this beautiful mitten earrings that we're going to make. So if you want to learn how to make this, keep watching. Okay, for this beautiful project that we have today, we're going to need our Miyuki thread, our beaded needle, our 11 Miyuki beads. We have green, white, red, and we're also going to need a golden little one for the middle of our star or snowflake. We're also going to need a couple of earrings that we're going to attach with a couple of hoops, and that's it. So let's get started. Okay, so here I already have my needle ready with my thread, and we're going to start with brick stitch, and we're going to start here. On this long red and white part. So for that, we're going to start picking up 2 whites, two white beads, gonna take them all the way, leaving like a 2 inches tail or 3 inches. We're gonna pass our needle through the bottom one, so they can sit right next to the other. Then we need to reinforce this, so we're gonna pass our needle through the first one from the way up, like this, and going down, and then we're gonna pass again through the first one, and then again. So now we reinforce this stitch, this first stitch. So I'm gonna grab another white, and just place it next to the other. And go again. Remember, we're doing our foundation row, so we have to go a couple times so it's reinforced. So now we have the 3 whites. We're gonna go ahead and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red. Pick up our red. And now we do the reinforcement. So we go back, and then through the red again. Now we need to pick up another red, and reinforce. So we go back, up, and then down. So another red, and this is the reason we need to reinforce, because if we don't, then this tends to this bead tends to go like this, so we need to do a reinforcement so we can make sure that the bead sits nicely next to the other. So we're going to reinforce, we're going to go back through that bead, pull tight, and now we're going to land here so we can continue. You pick up another red, and go back again to reinforce, and then go up through the last bead we've added. We're starting here, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where we're starting. So this is our 5th. And go back to reinforce. And the final one from this foundation row, another red, and go back to reinforce, and go up. Okay, so here I have my foundation row. We have the 3 whites and the 6 red that we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we're going to continue this way. So we need to add 2 reds with an increase. So what we're going to do is pick up 2 red beads and remember to do increases. All we need to do is pick up 2 beads and go through this bridge right here, and then we go up the last bead we added, hold tight, and we have our increase. So we need to pick up a green one now and go through this bridge, hold tight, get this out of the way, then place my needle from the way down, hold tight again, and now we need another red one. Now another green. And then we need 2 reds. We're here. So we need 2 reds and 3 whites. So pick up another red. And remember, the first couple rows are always the hardest one because it's hard to wrap the design that you're making. The more you work, the more you have to grab, so it's easier. Pick up another red. Go under the bridge and pull tight. Now we need 3 whites. Second one. And the third one is going to be an increase. So to make an increase, remember we pick up the bead and we go again through that bridge that we just went with the last one. So the last bridge from the first row, we go back again, and then we place the needle from the way down, up through the bead, and pull tight. And there we have it. We just need this increase. This one. So now we need to make a decrease and add 3 whites. So to make a decrease, remember we take 2 beads, and instead of going through this bridge, we're going to go ahead and skip that one and go through this second one. And then the needle goes up the last bead we added. And now, in order for the beads to sit right next to each other, we need to go back that bead and then go up again like this and pull tight. And there's our decrease. Now we grab another white one. We need to go through that bridge that is in between the red and the white one from the bottom row. Now we need 2 reds. Pick up a red. Another one. Now we need 2 greens and then 3 reds. So pick up the first green one, then go through the green one and red one from the bottom. Get another one. Oops, looks like I grabbed 2 instead of 1. Let's go back. When this happens, it's just easier to take out the needle and undo what we just done. See, I grabbed 2 instead of 1. I needed only 1. Red one. And we need 3 reds. One of them is going to be an increase. So this is the last bridge from the last row. So now we need to pick up another red one and we're gonna make an increase here, so we need to go back through that bridge and up again that bead. Okay, so we finished this row. Now we're gonna make this one in the middle. We finished this row, so we're gonna make this one in the middle, who has the golden bead in the middle. So for that we need to make a decrease, and we need to pick up one red, one green, one red, one green, and we're gonna make a decrease, so we're gonna skip this one and go through this one, and then back up that green one, and now we need to go back again, so place it nicely next to the other. Oops. Hold tight. Perfect. Now we need another green one. Now we need the golden bead. That's gonna be our center. Now we need two more greens. And one red one. And the rest are gonna be white. We need three whites. One white. Another one. And we're gonna make an increase with the last white bead from this row. So what we need to do is pick up that bead and go back again through that bridge that we just added the last white bead. And you can see our design is getting shape now. You can start to see the star here forming. Now we have to do the other side of the star, so we're making a decrease, so we're skipping this bridge and going through this bridge. Going back again, so place it nicely next to the other. Hold tight. And add the third white bead. Now we need a red bead. So we're making this mirror side. So we need three whites, two reds, two greens, and three reds. So we're taking the next red bead under the bridge, another red one, and two greens, And now 3 reds. Pick up a red. So another red. And here we're making an increase with another red. We grab a red and going through the last bridge from the last row we added. So again, through this bridge. And we just finished another row. Now we need to complete this one. So if we're following that mirror pattern, we're seeing that this is a decrease. So we need to add 2 red beads. So we pick up 2 reds. And this is a decrease, so we skip this bridge, go through the next one, and up that bead. Okay, so we added these 2 beads. Now we need a green, a red, and a green. So pick up a green bead. I'm sorry, I forgot to reinforce this. So go back through here, and through here. Now they sit nice and next to the other. So now we can grab that green bead and a red one, and another green, and another red, and we need another red, and to finish we need to add our 3 whites. 1, 2, and 3 whites. And the last one is going to be an increase, so we go through the last bridge, and up that bead. Okay, so now we finish our star or our snowflake, and we need to add this row right here. So to add this row, we need to go out from this bead or this one, doesn't matter, but we need to go out from either or these beads. So now that we're here, we need to go out here. So what we do is we go back to this one, and then go up to this one. So now that we're here, we need to add 2 whites, and 5 red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. green, four, so now that we've added these 5 here, we need to add 2 whites here. So to do that, I'm just gonna go back until my needle lands here. So I pick up 2 whites. And this is a decrease, so we're not gonna add it here, but here. Now we're just reinforcing this. Oh, you see, nice and tight next to the other. So now I'm just gonna lose this little tail right here that we have. Just gonna lose it in between these beads. Okay, so we finished this side. And now we need to do this side. But this thread is not enough, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loose this tail in between these beads, and I'm gonna add more thread. So to do that, I'm gonna use this thread first, and then I'll show you how to add more thread. Okay, so I went ahead and I lost that tail in between these beads, and now we need to add more thread to continue working. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to see what we need to make in order to see where our needle needs to land. So we are here, right? This is this row, so we need to make this 3 white, 3 red right here. So my needle needs to come out this bead. So this one. This is where my needle needs to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to loose our tail in between these beads and make a couple of lock stitches so our thread is secure. Okay, so to add our thread, we're going to start simply adding in the middle of our design and going up and down, going tight to make sure that the thread is hidden, going up and down, and making a couple of lock stitches. So the lock stitch is the one where we go around a couple beads. So I'm here in this green one. I'm gonna go down this green again, and then I'm gonna go back. We're gonna do this a couple more times or one more time. And remember, we need to place our needle here. So I'm gonna go back again to that green. and back again. So that way our thread is locked and it's not going anywhere. We can just cut this one, get it out of the way. And now we just need to go zigzagging and end up here. Okay, so now that our thread is where we need it to be, we're gonna go ahead and add this 3 whites, 3 red ones. So this is a decrease. So we grab 2 whites, skip that first bridge, go through the second one, go back again, and make them sit nicely next to the other. Grab another white one, and now 3 reds. Red one, another red one, and another red one. Okay, so we finished this 3 and 3. Now we need to add 2 here and 3 here. So since we're already placed on the red one, I'm gonna go ahead and add these 3. So from here, this is an increase, so we're gonna pick up 2 reds, and go through the next bridge, and add the other one. Now we just need to add these 2 ones, so pick up those 2 beads, and work it as if it is a decrease. Go back, and pull tight so they sit next to the other. So we finished our thumb here. Now we need to add the 2 beads here, the 2 whites. So to do that, we need to land on either of these beads. So we have to go back through this red one, gonna go one more, and through this white, and through this white again. So now that we are here, we're gonna pick up 2 whites, and we're gonna skip that bridge and go through the next one, and through that white bead, go back again to reinforce it so they sit nicely next to the other. And there you have it. We finished our 2 mittens. Now all that's left to do is add this bead here, so we can then add a loop and make earrings, or simply use it as a charm for a bracelet. But in this case, these are going to be earrings, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add this bead. But to do that, we are here, we need to land here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass my needle through all these beads so I can land here. And when you're doing this, try going 1 bead or 2 beads at a time, because if you try to go through many of them, sometimes they might break. Okay, so we're almost there. Just need to go through this one. And we're here. So now all we need to do is add that golden bead. And sometimes I do use the same beads to make a loop like this. And adding this bead is just easier, and it looks prettier, and it's stronger than Miyuki beads, so I like adding this one. So to do that, we just simply go ahead and go around them a few times. So it's nicely tightened to this. You can do this several times, as many times as the bottom Miyuki bead allows it. It's getting difficult to pass the needle through it. So now you just need to loose this thread and secure it with a lock stitch. So going around that couple reds. And that's it. And we finished our mittens. And they look how cute they are. Super cute. So thank you very much for watching until here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And also hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next videos.